Let's replace the Pfister shower diverter and hot and cold valve stems. We're doing this because we have a leak from either the hot or cold valve stem and the diverter is not working effectively. Turn off the main water supply to the home. Then open a sink or shower at the lowest level of the home to allow the water to drain. Then cover the tub you're working on to prevent parts from going down the drain. Open the plastic cover on the diverter handle with a thin flat-edged screwdriver or razor blade. Then loosen the Phillips screw. Do not remove it completely. While removing it, pull the handle towards the screw. It'll pull right off of the valve stem. Then put the cover back onto the handle with the screw inside. This will prevent you from losing the screw or mixing up screws. Next, remove the escutcheon. This is also known as a cover plate. An escutcheon is a metal plate that covers the hole where the pipe is passing through. If the escutcheon is stuck and will not rotate counterclockwise, take a hairdryer and apply heat, then try turning counterclockwise again. We have now reached the valve stem and we need to use a cowbell or a shower valve socket wrench to remove the valve stem. We've placed links in the description below of the tools and parts we are using today. Good work. We successfully removed the shower diverter. Just make sure the washer exits with the diverter. Be sure to watch later in the video for this issue. This is the perfect opportunity to examine the root cause of the diverter inefficiency. Is it the washer? Is it the seat? Or is it both? We are using a metal seat removal tool with a ratchet mechanism to remove the seat. We find that this works better and more easily than using a basic plumber's elbow, which is completely manual.
Okay, that's better. Okay, that's the old one. So if you look at it, it's probably several decades old. So if you look at this one, the brand new one, it's kind of worn out, like you can see the thickness.
Next,
You want to make sure that there's no washers left inside. Okay, there's no washer here. You can even check with your finger. So there's no washer. You want to make sure there's no washer. Nothing. Okay? We're going to just take the new one. Okay. I'm going to put the tool, which is going to lock it into place. Okay. So now it's in place. Now we need to tighten it. Okay. Okay, so you can go back in. Okay, it's in place.
This is a diverter valve from Pfister, and here I have it's 910022. When you look at these, you want to make sure that it's the exact size. So here's an example where you just go like this and you check. Now if you look here, this is the difference. The old one is leaking and not diverting properly. So when you install this, you need to make sure that it is being installed in the closed position, and the bonnet washer is also installed. There's two washers here. You want to make sure they're both installed. Failure to install these two will cause a big problem. Once the new diverter is tightened into place with the cowbell, reverse all steps to reassemble the diverter.
Opening these up. Little trick is to close this back so you don't lose your screw. Okay, insert your cowbell. Okay. This is not really looking in great shape. This is how the process works. See? This is how these work. The ceramic disc just closes and the water stops. So this is a generic cartridge for Pfister. It's 910030. So just open this. Just grab this. It has a standard washer. So they look like they're the exact same. Okay, so this one, the washer needs to be installed. Okay, so we just need to insert this in here. Okay, so we use our cowbell. Now we just use the cowbell to tighten it. Okay.
Put the escutcheon back on.
Okay. Okay. Apply the cowbell. That's easy. Cold one doesn't look like it's in that bad shape. The hot one is the one that gets in worse condition. And the cold one is actually still, the brass is still shiny, you know? Doesn't look that bad. The leaking one was the hot one, most likely. See? That's how it's open. That's how it's closed. Now, you can see there's one problem. You see this washer got left behind. See that? You don't want to make that mistake, so you always have to check that this comes out. So you have to also check here when you remove it, make sure it comes out of there, because that's a big problem if it doesn't come out. Okay, so it doesn't really matter whether it's open or closed. So here we go, we just insert this in. Make sure you don't cross thread it. Okay, get the cowbell. Okay, no need to over tighten these. Okay, so once you've done that, you can save the old one in case the washer ever breaks.
Turn the water back on and check your work. Pay careful attention to ensure there are no leaks. We did it. The job is complete. If you found this video helpful, please leave a comment, give a thumbs up, consider subscribing to this channel, and click on the bell icon for future updates. Thank you for watching.